Hey, lady.
Hello. Do I have time to go pee real fast?
Absolutely.
I realized what time it was. I was like,
if anybody is on time.
I was like, run up the stairs. And I was like, of course, because I stood up, I was like, oh, now I got to go to the bathroom.
All right, Allison, can you go post on the team page?
Hello.
Hey.
How we doing, everybody?
Look at chiming in from your vacation.
I'm not gone yet.
Oh, I thought you left already.
I am leaving at like 4 a.m, unfortunately.
Okay, well, never mind.
I
Glad you're here, though.
could
You
never
fine?
miss the special guests coming on. I mean, let's be real.
I know, especially because you hooked us up with this one.
I'm so excited about our special guests today. I really can't even explain.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get started so we can respect everybody's time because I'm hangry. So I'm also going to come off my camera so that I can finish eating. Mom's
What are you
belly
eating?
is-
That's the important question.
Yes. McDonald's French fries because I decided I needed a Big Mac at like 8 o'clock tonight.
Always
my.
the answer.
The healthy answer right there. I like it.
There is no healthy consciousness about being pregnant. Come on now.
I mean, that's
fair.
Um,
You ain't wrong.
all right, let's kick it off the way we always do. And because Dawn is in my top left corner, you're gonna kick it off for us and tell me something good that happened today, business or personal.
Something good that happened today. I got to take a nap today. That was pretty
Heck yes.
because most of my days are too busy for that.
We
Naps
love nap time.
Business
My
wise,
nap
I'm all
time
cut
is
up
at
on my
like-
to-do list. So that's my good business one.
oh, I love that.
My something good is I got to go watch Dylan play in his band concert, and I got a picture of him from tonight and one from 4 years ago, and he's just so handsome, y'all. He's so grown up. Jesse Haney, tell me something good.
Trying to think right offhand what happened today. Oh, I helped Kason cook dinner today. He did most of the cooking. So
Did he make you anything good?
we had chicken tenders. They were like breaded chicken tenders and smashed potatoes.
Ooh, yummy.
Sounds fantastic.
Allison, you're up.
I mean, I got to be lazy today. It was the first time I got to actually be lazy and not do anything. I didn't get to take a nap, but I got to be lazy.
Lazy days are always fun.
Since he told me I was allowed to lay in bed.
Yeah. Jess, what's something good?
I'm going to Florida tomorrow.
That's tomorrow, not today.
Yeah. Are you
Okay.
packed?
No, I'm not packed. I'm going to do that after this.
Typical Jess.
Listen, guys, come on. Let's be real. We've had things going on. We've had flash sales. We've had freaking, I'm just out of my ears, like things to do with business. But you know, that's a good thing, I feel. So that's my good thing of the day is I'm actually thankful for the chaos, you know, to have things on my to-do list for my business. Although I'm not caught up today, I am thankful that there's something happening. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Elizabeth,
Yes, sorry.
something good.
We went and grocery shopped and then picked up a joint Christmas present that came in early,
Okay. What'd you get?
and it got a long rifle.
Okay. I can understand that. I had to tell John that he wasn't getting new pistols for Christmas this year.
See, there you go. There's the other half.
There's our other special guest. Hi,
I'm raising
April.
my-
You're lopsided.
I'm raising my hand right now because I just realized what my actual good thing for the day was. I got
What?
my wedding dress today.
There you go.
Congrats.
It is, yeah, it's too fast. It was online. My mom found it and she ordered it and she was like, listen, this is a $1,200 dress. And I was like, what? And she was like, be thankful. And I was like, I mean, I am, but what?
Yeah, no, I went dress shopping over the summer and I wasn't expecting to come home with one, and I did.
Oh, I tried one on Friday that I fell in love with and then cried because my mom was like, Allie, you've lost the weight. Like, own it. That dress doesn't show it. I was like, barf. And then she found this
Right.
dress and she was like, nope, this. And I was like, "Eh."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
It
excited.
makes you
but
feel
that's
better.
how
My
I
dress
felt.
was like 2,300. So,
Holy cow.
and I loved it so freaking much. So get whatever you want.
Yeah.
It
One
makes
day.
it worth it.
Yep.
All right. April, we kick off all of our meetings by telling us something good that happened today. So tell us something good that happened to you today.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know. I don't forget what I did today. Yeah, I have to prepare for these things. I don't even know what day of the week it is.
It's Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Theo put socks on. No, seriously, like we've been having like the biggest struggle with Theo putting socks on. Like he missed school on Monday because he wouldn't put socks on with his shoes. And today we got him to put on his socks and his shoes and he went to school. So that
Oh,
is my
That's a
huge,
big deal.
huge win today.
Way to go, Theo.
A huge deal.
All right, Sylvia, quickly, tell me something good.
Did you say my name?
Yes, I did.
Okay. I went shopping. That's literally it.
How was this your first time ever in Target?
Oh my God, you seen that?
Yes, I did.
Oh, because okay, for one, I only shop the dollar spot. I'm a cheap girl, so I ain't buying that expensive ass shit. Just saying. But Lexington, I hate Lexington. It's awful. Like, and it gives me really bad anxiety. Like my
You live
chest
in
hurts.
like super far in the country, right? Kind of.
I mean, kind of, but kind of not. I mean, not really. Like, I'm only 10, 15 minutes from Moorhead, Kentucky. So
You went to
I mean-
Target your first time. That's a win.
yeah.
Ashley Wilson, tell me something good and come off mute, woman.
I was asked to bring Cincy to my vendor event Saturday.
Woo woo. Just remember you can't do it with your bows.
Well, then I can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do both.
Darn.
Love you big, but big no. Amanda, tell me something good.
I got a new ottoman in today that I just bought so I can throw this bins that's breaking apart from my kids' toys, and I'm gonna get rid of a ton of toys and just downsize because I'm trying to do less clutter, and that's really hard for me with the toddlers because they're always like a clutter mess.
I feel it. I understand it. We're trying to declutter as we remodel.
Yeah, it's serious.
Christina, tell me something good.
What?
I accepted a new position at work, and today was day 2 of training, and I have learned a whole lot. So super excited there.
And you've learned that you're never going to miss a Tuesday talk again because these people ask tax questions on them and you're the tax lady.
I am not answering tax questions. Hell no, I don't do anything individual.
Did you hear that, Sylvie? No tax talk tonight.
No, you can talk about it. I'm just going to blow it off. I do enough of it at work.
Oh, don't even get me started. I'm stressed out.
See?
I can't even
All
handle
right.
that that was your first time at Target. That's my favorite store.
My favorite store to avoid. Let's
God.
let's give it to our guest speakers, Dawn and April, tonight. These guys are going to tell you their best reasons for why you need to be at World Tour this year. Dawn, you can go first.
Oh man, put me before April.
You're just in my top left.
I'm just close. I'm just nearby. All right. So first of all, okay, some people don't have their cameras on, so I'm judging you because this is a Zoom, so I need to see your face.
Get him, Dawn. Get him.
And then 2, who has never been to a Sensi event? Is that like everybody on here? Just a couple people? 1, 2, 3, few of you. Okay. So cool. How many of you have you like joined in the past couple years? Yeah. So I was just reminding, Jess is like, will you come on and talk about this? And she's like, nobody's signing up. And I was like, Jess, most people who are active in Sensi right now haven't been around since events were live and in person. And so my thing is, I know most people are like, why the hell do I pay money to go to an event? Why does anybody do that? What does it matter? There's a virtual option that's worked fine the past couple of years. I can just keep doing that. And I'm telling you, and I'll tell you my like experience, but I'm telling you, if there is one thing you budget for in your Scentsy business, it is Scentsy live events. World Tour, SFR, anything that they have that you can go in person. The energy, being around people who are normal, just like you, who are accomplishing huge things, hearing from the leaders in our business who are doing great things so you get new ideas and refresh your business. I think especially with World Tour, like the fall and Christmas is like busy, 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 things coming at you constantly, constantly, constantly. And if you've literally started your business in the past 2 years, you know nothing but that because you came in hyper growth. So you literally don't know anything but pure chaos. And so to learn how to manage your business, because that will not last forever. I started my business, I didn't know it at the time. I started my business in 2012. It was actually a dip in Scentsy. And you can survive anything if you keep your business consistently, but you learn how to do that at events and learning from the people who have done that and made it to each and every level. For me, like I said, I joined in early 2012. Like the month after I joined, they announced Scentsy Family Reunion, which was actually at the time just called Convention. And we were like, let's go. Like me and my best friend who I joined under, we had only been like, I'd been in less than a month. She'd been in like 4 months. And we were like, yeah, let's just do it. We don't even know what this is. Let's just go. And the mind shift change of seeing people in person doing this and doing it for real, who are just normal freaking weirdos like I was life altering. Like to go, oh, that person is just as weird as I am and they're making crazy amounts of money every month and they've been here for this long and they've done this with their business. Whatever it is, it doesn't even have to be life-changing money in the sense of hundreds of thousands of dollars. But for me at that time, making an extra $100 or $200 a month was life-changing. I still think that's life-changing. But I don't know if I would have stuck around with Scentsy beyond a few months if I hadn't gone to that event and seen the possibilities. And not that you can't see possibilities on the internet, but the internet is highlight reels. And I think in person, you see the like reality. You see both sides of it. You see people's real personalities. There's a lot of people, and I'm just going to say, I'm going to be really blunt because that's who I am. There's a lot of people whose online personalities I fucking hate. And I'm like, this is not who you are in person. And then you meet them in person. You're like, well, you're really cool. Why do you put on this show? Like, just be freaking you. But people are so afraid of that. But it's a really nice part of actually meeting somebody in person. You're like, oh, you really are like a real ass human who's like weird and cool and I totally love. And I'm going to unfollow you on social media because you drive me nuts there, but like you're actually a chill person. So I'm just saying you gots to go. You gots to go. Like make the time. World tours are on the weekend. Like there's really not excuses. Yes, I worked retail for ages and ages. It's months out. Tell them you're not going to be there. Go to this instead. It's one day. It's one day. And guess what? Worst case scenario, you're out $53, get some product, don't like it, and you can do virtual next time. But I promise you, if you show up to one, you're never going to miss one again. That's my small rant.
Amen. Amen.
I mean, it's also a tax write-off too, so.
It's a tax write-off, absolutely. But don't go because it's a tax write-off. Go because you want to make your business better.
Exactly. I was just saying.
Go because you want to show up.
Even
like,
though
everything in your business is a tax write-off. Like, yeah, things are a tax write-off. But go because you want to show up. Go because you want to learn something new. Go because you want to meet
Dawn.
Huh?
And you get to meet Dawn.
You can meet me. I'll be there. Go because you want to learn something new. Go because you want to meet your tribe of people. Having a team is great, but your best support is going to be outside of your immediate group and team. Like, you've got to get your feelers out there into other puddles of people. You just have to. Otherwise, you'll grow super stagnant. Like, you need other people's opinions. You need other people's business ideas. Even if they don't necessarily work for you, you can adapt them to you. Like, you have to venture into other pools of sensi.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dawn.
Mhm.
April, your turn.
Dawn, am I one of those people that I'm different in person?
No, you're the same.
Okay. Okay.
But you
I
know what
feel
I'm
like you
talking
would tell
about. You
me.
know the people I'm talking about. I'm not making that up. There are people who are
absolutely
very
do.
different in person than they are online. They feel like they have to present a perfect image online or present a specific way online instead of just being themselves. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Heidi says it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, just be you. You're the only you. Nobody else can be you. So like, embrace that.
That's one of our core values.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. So it's funny because I joined just shortly before Dawn did. I joined August of 2011. So my very first event was, we called it Spring Sprint back then. Oops. But which is now World Tour, but it's the easiest event to get to. Okay, it's going to be the closest drive. Not some 12-hour flight of getting hotels and all the things. It's going to be the easiest one to get to. Being at a Sensi event, there's not really any way to explain it until you get there and experience it. But it'll be like the first time you truly get to experience Sensi spirit. You'll hear us talk about Sensi spirit. It's like this elusive energy that's in the air that when you get a bunch of people who are passionate about something in a room, everybody's supportive and sharing their ideas and uplifting each other, and you will see the culture that you are a part of. Okay, it's the
Uh-oh. April lives in the country. She doesn't get service.
Listen, when she says in the country, I did not understand until I actually went to April's house one day, like out on her
She
farm.
literally lives in the country. Oh, she's back.
Like the farm.
You're muted,
like
April.
The country.
okay, I'm back.
You're back.
I don't know where I left. And also I have this giant heater above my head that might start going off and it's like really loud because I'm out in the solarium. But anyway, it'll be the first time you really get to feel the Sensi spirit. There is no, I think a lot of people are surprised that there is no competition. It's not cutthroat. It's not like dog eat dog. It's uplifting. It's supportive. It's sharing ideas, helping each other to be the best versions of ourselves. This is where you're gonna have aha moments. I still have aha moments. I've been doing it for 10 years. I go to a world tour and I have aha moments. Like Dawn was saying, it's kind of like the breakthrough event. You go to world tour to get your feet wet, to see what events are like, knowing that this is like the smallest scale event that we do. And so then it's like, gets you curious about, oh yeah, that's what happened to me. I went to my first world tour and I was like, oh, convention. Okay, I have to go to that. The speakers, they're real people that have accomplished a lot in their business, but you're literally looking at them like, okay, they make all this money and they have all this time freedom, financial freedom, but they're like a normal person doing like having the same insecurities that I have and doing the same things that I can do. And they show you that it's attainable and real. Let me know if you can't hear me because that's my heater that's going off.
You're good.
Connection. Dawn talked about meeting people outside of your team. This is where you make lifelong friends that you'll see at convention and on incentive trips and at the next world tour and at the next SFR and at the next trip. Like these are the people that you connect with. You'll become best friends with people from all over. And you get to meet some home office staff. That's when you'll start learning who's in charge of what and who does what jobs. And just having that connection with the home office. I always say leaders are born at events. you're setting an example for your team members. If you don't have team members yet, you're setting an example for yourself. You're taking yourself seriously, making it real for yourself. Your customers will see, oh, she's out.
Here she goes again. Let's see if she's gonna come back.
Your customers will see that you're at an event. They'll be curious. I know what she's going to tell you. They'll be
Yep.
curious. They'll want to know what's going on. It's a great conversation starter.
I'm back.
You're good.
I don't know where I left off.
You said your customers will
Where I
see.
leave off.
Your customers will see.
Your customers see you at events, okay? They will take you more seriously. They will see that you're investing your time and your energy into your business, that you're working it like a business. Who do you want to buy from? People that are investing in themselves, learning about the products, showing up for their business. You get to see the new products in person. It's totally different. You know how we see warmers online and then we see them in person and they're so much better. You can get real pictures of them. You get to share ideas. Okay, you'll start, you get a few Scentsy consultants around each other and the chatter starts to happen, right? You'll hear a lot of me too. Oh yeah, well, I have this idea. I have this problem. What are you doing? What's working for you? So it's just mind blowing in a lot of different ways. And I can guarantee you'll take away things that you're not expecting. I go into it thinking, oh, it's another world tour. I've done 10 of them. And every time I leave, it
Poor April. At least it's coming back quick for her.
She literally does live in Bufu. There ain't nothing out there.
No, I'm like a mile from her and I get better reception than she does.
guys, it's the worst. That was my last thought. That was really like I was finishing up. It's just, you're going to get something from it that you don't even expect. It's going to fill your cup in ways that there really aren't words to describe. You'll take something different away from every event, but every event you'll take away something that you need to take that next step in your business. And I hope you guys all come because I want to meet you all.
Yeah,
I
April's
love
our
you, Jess.
SSD, guys.
What, babe?
I said you are our SSD.
Oh yeah, that too.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, Mama. I appreciate you.
We can all put that together in the floor.
Absolutely. And my
We'll have
other
to help.
favorite SSD is here to talk to us tonight too, Miss Rachele Pence, who is our famous t-shirt designer too.
Yes, our t-shirts, and they're so cute. That's a reason in itself to go to World Tour. It's because of our shirts, because they're the cutest freaking shirts that we've ever done. Like, I am obsessed. Out of all the team shirts that we've ever done, that we've ever made, that we've ever had, they are my favorite. So that is a reason in itself, because who wants a World Tour shirt when they don't actually even go? And if you go, you're bound to hear me say World Tour the weird way that I say it. So that's another advantage, because everybody always makes fun of me because I say it so weird, and I don't know why. But sorry I was late. I was busy wrapping presents, trying to get all of it caught up with 5 kids. It seems like it's like a never-ending task, but trying. So I was in the middle of doing that. But I love Scentsy events. Like, I literally feel like I live for Scentsy events. Like, I make my entire life around these events. And it's partially because I'm a 7 and I'm super focused on doing the next thing and really excited about the next thing and things like that. So I love events because I've always got something to look forward to, no matter what, no matter what else is happening in my life, whatever else. What is popping up on our camera? There's something weird popping up and I can barely see the picture. But I just love being able to look forward to it. They're seriously the funnest days of the entire year. And I know that sounds dramatic, but I promise you, it really, really is. They are my favorite. My first ever event was actually an SFR. My first Spring Sprint in 2016 happened right before I joined. It actually might have happened after I joined, but within those first couple weeks. So I wasn't comfortable. I wasn't going, anything like that. And I remember watching and thinking, like, even as a new consultant, watching and thinking, like, oh, wow, like, that looks really cool. Like, what are they doing? And then that following summer, there was our actual SFR in 2016. And that event was life changing. And I know that sounds super dramatic, but it honestly was. Like seeing and being shown these people that I'd only seen on the internet, these people that were making tens of thousands of dollars a month and all of these ridiculous numbers that I didn't even know existed until I went to SFR was a really pivotal moment for me. Finding out about annual mentor, annual sales, all of these things really changed my business because I had more goals that I wanted to work towards. And it's a little different situation when you're going in the summer because you're in the middle of earning all of those things. What's really, really cool about World Tour is it's right before the new qualification period or whatever begins. So it's really a nice way to kind of reset after an incentive, but kind of get your bearings before the new fiscal year starts for annual mentor and annual sales and all of these things. So it just really just like keeps that momentum going, and it just gets you really, really excited for that next catalog season. That I just don't think that you can feel that excitement through a computer. When you're just looking at a computer, when you're seeing it just, in the catalog, it's not the same as being there and touching it and smelling it and seeing it and feeling it. And then that Cincy spirit aspect that everybody brought up, it's something that you can't replicate and it doesn't exist anywhere else. It is the single best feeling, I guess you could say, but I can't explain it at the same time. It's a really big high, kind of, I guess. But I can't explain it. It just feels, the best way that I can explain it is that it feels like home. Like when you're there and you're with Cincy people and you're at an event, it feels like you're home. And I loved what Dawn said is that, people are kind of different when they get in person. And my favorite part of these events is it doesn't matter how different you are or how weird you think you are or whatever else, you're going to fit in. And there's nobody looks down on you because you're weird or because I've said the weirdest things up on stage in front of people and nobody dislikes me anymore, said the weirdest things, done the stupidest things, and it's fine. People still love me. And it's because you're home and you're with people that love you no matter what is going on. They're still going to love you. And it's because you have that common denominator of Cincy. And it's really weird. And it's just something that you really can't explain. And you genuinely just have to experience. And it's just so much fun to throw all your, like, I'm I'm the one that likes to wear the sparkly shoes and the purple socks and go all out Cincy spirit and dye my hair partially purple and all of these fun things that it almost reminds me of like in high school and college and stuff, how you had like spirit weeks. And it was so much fun to dress up and do all of these things and not care what anybody thought and just be goofy. You get to do that at all these events. And it is so much fun. And like I said, the best way that I can explain it is it feels like home. It really does. It feels like you're home, like you're where you should be and with people that genuinely care. So it's a cool feeling and you guys have to experience. And you get to wear our super cool shirts when you're there. So, and even added bonus. That should be going up. The link should be up this week, by the way. So stay tuned.
Awesome. You're definitely right. It does feel like home. There's just nothing better than getting in a room with a bunch of like-minded people and bouncing ideas off of each other. And World Tour it's different in the sense that the speakers that we have are not necessarily keynote where we're all sitting in the same place. We get our breakouts with people who are individualized to a certain topic and they're sharing that topic 100% to you guys. So that's what I love about World Tour, because I like seeing like Rachel, you've presented. Dawn, have you presented?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I know that April's presented too. So you guys get to see people who are the best at what they do on these topics and really get to, you get question time with them too, guys. So you can ask anything that you want and they're going to tell you how they do it and what's the best way that they do it to make you money. So That's what I love about it. I've gotten some of my best ideas from speakers at World Tour.
And one thing too that I forgot to add is just a little bit of a story. So when's the last time we went to World Tour? So 2020, when we went to Nashville. One of my girls that went with us, her name was Nikki Henry, and she was a lead consultant when she went. And she went totally on a whim. I had met her at her home party when she joined, but we weren't friends. We had never hung out after that. Like, no real relationship with anybody on our team. She said she was going to go. So I was like, okay, well, ride with me. We'll go down there to Nashville together. And she still to this day talks about how much of a game changer going was meeting everybody on our team, getting to know everybody and finding friends that she would never have without Cincy. That if she wouldn't have went, she still says if she wouldn't have went, she doesn't think she'd be where she is because she wouldn't have found those relationships. And now she is totally on track to be a star director and is a very consistent director now. And it was because she went to that one world tour. So it really is a game changer. It's so hard to explain. And after the fact, you guys need to come back and be like, okay, I get it. I see what you guys are saying. But it's a game changer. And that's a real life story of her that she wouldn't be where she's at. And I wouldn't be where I was at. She's one of my frontline directors and one of my really good friends. If you follow me on social media or whatever, she's one of the girls I went to Colorado with. So we've traveled to Colorado and all of these places together that we wouldn't have done. We get breakfast together every single Thursday. We wouldn't have any of that if she wouldn't have went to that one Nashville World Tour. So just go.
I love Nikki
Just trust
Henry
us.
too.
Just go. Isn't she awesome? She really
She's
is
a
great.
sweet
Like,
person.
she is the best. And she wouldn't be at reunions and at all of these things if she wouldn't have went that first time. Because she wouldn't have the relationship. And she has anxiety and she's got all of these things like legit, like and I mean, she wouldn't care for me to say that. Like, she legitimately does, which a lot of people do, but she does. And she said that it was really hard for her to go. She almost talked herself out of it. And that if she wouldn't have went, she wouldn't be where she's at. And my first SFR story was also the same because when I went, I didn't know anybody. I got dropped off.
You rode with JC and Donna, didn't you?
Yeah. And I got dropped off at JC's house and met JC and Donna that day. And then stayed with them down in Nashville and had no idea. And if I wouldn't have just had the balls to just go, my business wouldn't be where it is either. So just go. Just grow a pair.
Yeah. And I when I went to Nashville, I didn't have a room. I stayed with somebody who was an earner. I like couch surfed.
Could have stayed with us. Well, I didn't know anybody. I literally knew 0 people. I had never met Jess. I had never met anybody on the planet and got dropped off at some random girl's house. And the rest is history.
And it's funny that you say that because I met Rachel through a leadership event that she hosted last year. And I didn't know anybody on her team, and they're some of my favorite people now, guys. So you have to take the leap of faith, and even if you don't like people, even if they give you anxiety, you just have to put all of that beside you for 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Come hang out for 8 hours.
And there is no shame in being like people down. Like, I am a huge extrovert and can talk to anybody on the entire planet. But when I get done with a Cincy event, even me, I come home and I shut down. I'm like, I'm peopled out. I can't, but it's worth it. It's 100% worth it. But at the end of the day, I'm like, oh my God, my people feelers is just overwhelmed. So no shame in that either, you guys.
Well, thank you, Rachel and Dawn. I appreciate you guys so much. Jesse Haney, you've been to an in-person event. Give us your best tips.
Okay, so I've been to I joined in 2015. No, 2017. I don't know where I got 15 from. Anyways, and I've been to every world tour since. I've only went to SFR once, and that was probably the best trip of my entire life. And I've been to a lot of places. It's hard. It is hard to explain, like Rachel said, unless you have been there and have experienced it in person. It's very hard to explain what it feels like, what Cincy spirit is. But the minute you get there and you see all these like-minded people that are doing the same things as you and pretty much, they may all have different goals, but we all have like pretty much the same big goal, and it's to succeed in our business. Some of my best tips, trying to think of some. Go open-minded. Just know that everyone does everything different. Even if you go to a breakout for PRV and the person that's presenting does something totally off the wall that you couldn't ever do, it doesn't mean you necessarily have to try it. You can write down notes on what they talked about, and then you can, a few days after, because Cincy hangover is real, even for the 8-hour day, it's insane. But you can take those notes and tweak them and use them in your business how they work the best for you. Or you could not do them at all. I mean, you can write down these notes and look at them later and just say, that's just not going to work for me and my personality type, my business, the way I work my business. And that's totally fine. What else? Don't be shy. I know it's especially if it's your first event, walk up to those people. If you see somebody that you fangirl over and you happen to run into them, or you see them walking down the hall, or at lunch, when we have a break, you see them, walk up to them and say something. Because I remember my first world tour, and Jess probably remembers this. I was like really big into Christina Stainbrook. Like, she was the person that I watched on YouTube a lot. This is before I even really got into Chloe Cox, because she's kind of like my person I watch all the time now. But and I saw her at World Tour, and I'm like, I have to go talk to her. But like, also in the back of my brain, I'm like, I can't talk to her. Like, she's like, this really insane like Cincy consultant, and I don't even know like first thing to say. But I went up and I talked to her, took a picture with her. And I mean, we've kind of been in contact ever since. So don't be afraid. We're all human. Even those people like, Christina and even like Rachel and Dawn that was on the call, and April, we're all human. I mean, they're not like superhuman. I mean, we're all just people, and we all love our business, and it's just really cool to experience it in person. It's very hard to explain, but it's something that needs to be experienced in your business at least once. I think that's all I got to say.
Thanks, Mama. I appreciate it. That's good advice. Who else has been doing an in-person event? Jess, your turn.
So all I really want to encourage everyone to do is, when you come to this event, because you are going to come, I encourage you to not cling to the people that you know. And what I mean by that is, follow the theme of getting comfortable with being uncomfortable. I've been saying that a lot this year, and I really mean it, because it's something that's really changed me in the past 2 years. I stopped thinking that I could only talk to the people that I already know in my small bubble. And I started to really have my eyes opened at these events to just how many consultants there actually are out there in this world, and how many other people I could learn from. And it changed everything. I'm not the same consultant that I was. I'm not the same person even that I was. And like Rachel said, I know that sounds dramatic, it sounds extreme, but I've done so much personal growth through building relationships with people that I met at these events. And I just really want to encourage you guys, kind of like Jesse said, if you see someone that you've seen maybe online somewhere, go talk to them. Like, just say hi. Like, I'm so excited to be here. Like, wow, you're awesome. I love you. Like, whatever. People don't care. Like, it's fine. And you just never know. You might end up meeting your next like best friend, like someone that's going to be in your circle down the road. I'm kind of like a drifter. I've been in several different circles of people where, you know, I never really felt like I belonged to anyone. So I just kind of drifted around, and I found people that were like, okay, you know, we like you, and they're my people now. And I'm just, I don't know. I just really want you guys to have my experience, because it's been so positive. And the only way to do it is to go to these events, have an open mind, like Jesse said, and really push yourself to meet new people. Don't just hang around like one person that you know. It's fine if you go with your bestie, like definitely chill with them too. I'm just saying, you know, don't be afraid to branch out and talk to new people, because that's really where the magic happens. So
Yes,
my
yes.
best tip.
So because these guys have covered so much of what I could tell you, the one thing that I will tell you guys that hasn't been covered is stay to the end. Don't leave early, because when there are product displays, they don't want to take those home. So y'all can earn free product that's in the new catalog if you stay to the end. They raffled off the extra product kits that we get when we get there. They raffled off the entire display. They raffled off golden tickets, where you can get X amount of dollars in product credit. They've raffled off life-size Heidi and Orville's cardboard cutouts for people to take home. Stay to the end. If you feel like you aren't fitting in and are needing to make a quick exit, go hide in the bathroom for 10 minutes, splash some water on your face, and come back out, because it is worth every minute of being there. The other thing that I would tell you is I have to be there to take everything in. I am not a note taker when it comes to events, even though I would love to be. So bring your phone and record your sessions using the note recorder, the voice recorder, so that you can go back and listen to them at home. That has saved my butt more times than I can count, because I get to seeing everybody and everything, and I get overwhelmed, and I'm like, okay, this just went in one ear and out the other. So I don't know what you said, but hey, I'm here and this is great. So record that. What else you should bring? Okay. I always bring a backup charger for my phone and my cord, because you'll take millions of pictures with everybody and your phone's gonna die. Promise. I don't care how new it is, it's gonna die. I have been known to carry a power strip with me to let everybody charge their phones on, because everybody's phone dies. A notebook, if you take notes, sometimes they give you one. They will likely give us one this year, but if you are like a heavy duty note taker like I am, just like a spiral bound notebook is fine. They usually give you a pen too. This year it comes with a spirit kit, like probably some confetti and stuff like that. Be prepared for the Scentsy hangover. It's very real. And what I mean by that is the next day, your mind is going to literally feel like it wants to explode, and you can't do anything. Tissues, yes, because while I can't confirm this, Heidi and Orville may have recorded stuff, and Heidi makes everybody cry. Snacks are a good thing. If you don't want to miss something, then don't. If you are under me or Jessica Kalmeyer, we are buying pizza for lunch. So you don't have to worry about lunch if you don't want to. You can come hang out in the hall with us. Oh yeah, Ashley, definitely. There's nothing that says you can't do any of that. What else? I wouldn't necessarily bring so much, because you usually get your kit when you get there and you check in. So you'll have to carry that around. I'm not sure what the kit is at this point. So until the first week of these, and we see what people are bringing home, we don't really know. But once we know, then you can kind of prep for if you need to bring a book bag or something. And I will tell you,
they announced stuff. There's not a big product kit this year.
It's not.
No, we're getting 3 bars, I believe.
Okay, perfect.
That was in the news tab article. So,
Awesome.
but
Whoever,
it kept the price lower. When they give us product, the price is like $90. So
yeah, I did. Yeah, I do remember seeing that. And because I will be like 30 some odd weeks pregnant, whoever is closest to the exit needs to be able to take me to the hospital if I go into labor. So we're just gonna prep that doesn't happen. Just be prepared. If you guys have potential recruits, register them. That bring them too, and let them see.
nobody talked about that.
Yeah, but I'm
This
just
is the one Sensi event you can bring non-Sensi people to, but
yes,
that aren't spouses.
yes.
This is it. So your potential consultants. That's a big one.
Yeah, I normally use my or normally register John and then take somebody else, but I've signed up all my family now, so we're gonna have to see who else can come. Does anybody have any questions? I know that most of you guys are registered. There's a few of you that aren't. Do you guys have reservations about why?
What's your biggest fear?
Right.
For those of you who haven't gone to an event.
Jess, I see you shaking your head at me. The whole trying to get comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Cal Meyer's been preaching that at me for longer than I want to admit.
They won't bite you guys, I promise.
There is, if this business doesn't constantly make you uncomfortable, you're not growing.
Yep.
So if you're uncomfortable, you're in a good spot. It's okay to be uncomfortable. And I'm going to tell you, someone said awkward. Almost every Sensi person is the most awkward fucking person you're ever going to meet. Most of us have social anxiety. I literally have horrible social anxiety. I don't remember anybody's face. I'm sorry. I'm staring at all your faces tonight. I'll forget them in about 5 minutes. So like, I do not have that memory. So like, if you come up and act like you know me, like you're going to have to tell me who you are, because I literally won't remember. And it's not because I don't want to, it's just because that's how my brain works. And in a group of people, I like mentally shut down. My friends that travel with me, just Cal Meyer and I room together a lot. My friend Lacey Hoseman room together a lot. They know that like I literally will start glassing over and they have to like pull me away so that I can like decompress. Like I literally start freaking out. When I hate public speaking. I've spoken at events. I hate it. My heart rate skyrockets. I like literally look like I'm going to shit my pants. Like that is pretty much every Sensi consultant. So like if your fear is being uncomfortable, shy, anxious, whatever, like that's everybody there pretty much. Like it's literally 90% of the people there.
Yep.
So like you're in good company.
Yeah, everybody feels that way. So
yeah. Markham, when you brought up the fact of bringing somebody with us, would I have to register them under me if they're a non-Sensi person? How does that work?
Yes. When you
update your
you can add a guest.
Yeah, update your registration and there's a guest option.
Okay. Well, I haven't registered yet because I'm one of the ones that haven't done it yet.
And even if you register and then like need to later, you can just go back and edit your registration.
Okay.
Add a guest. As long as it's not sold out.
Right.
Yeah, and Cincinnati is a big one, guys. So register sooner rather than later.
Yeah, because as people like get these talking tos, usually Cincinnati would have been sold out like the first week because the Midwest is so many consultants. In like they don't do as many locations in comparison to how many consultants there are here. And so usually the Midwest locations sell out very, very quickly. And yeah, likely it'll be the first one that sells out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm still trying to finagle dates to make sure I'm able to come back to Cincinnati in time for it.
Did we figure out if Cincinnati was the closest one to you or is the one in National Harbor?
Nope, Cincinnati is the closest for me.
Okay.
Are we allowed to share publicly, like if somebody wanted to join us, like to go to it, like are we allowed to ask publicly, like on like I'm big Facebooker?
Yeah.
Are we allowed to be like, hey, like if anybody wants to join, like or if you're curious about it, like come along with me kind of thing?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, and then if it's a guest, how much is it going to be for them?
$53.
Workstation's down right now, so I don't remember, but I think it's the same because I think they get the same kit.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Sometimes it's cheaper, but they don't get anything. But I
Yeah.
think they're giving them the kit. And it's a
Okay, I mean,
whoever said about parking, it's a convention center, so there is parking.
Yeah.
don't worry about
Christina's
that.
from Kentucky. She said that there's a garage across the street.
I work right across the street from there. Like my building is diagonal from there.
Yeah.
So, but there's a parking garage
plenty
right
of
there.
parking.
Do what? Yeah,
And
there's a parking
those of you
garage.
with babies, if you have under ones and you bring them and you need to pump or breastfeed or whatever, they always have a spot set up for moms, or like nobody will flinch if you decide to nurse your kid. Like it's fine. You will not be alone.
Jess, where was
Honestly,
that other one you were
didn't
asking
they
me about?
National Harbor.
Works.
Have
Yeah.
like an actual pumping station one time, like a
They usually have a mother's room set up.
yeah, like it was an actual like 4 walls type thing where you could go in there. I swear I remember that. I don't, maybe it was an SFR. I don't know, but anyway.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, all of you guys, Sensi is really good about taking care of us when it comes to that kind of a aspect. They make sure that everybody's accommodated in whatever their needs are. Does anybody else have any other reservations about coming other than people? No. I'm excited. I'm so excited for this, guys. Like, I'm like Rachel, I live for the next Sensi event. Like, that's why I go to every leadership thing that I could possibly do. And last year we held our own because I needed to see my people. So the few of you that haven't registered yet, definitely get registered. Those that show up, go up. You guys, you'll hear us. April, that's one of her biggest sayings. I say it too. Like, if you want to do this business, you need to show up to events so that you can learn. Because that's, we can self-teach, we can go out to YouTube and we can look and stuff. But part of the learning process is getting with all of your like-minded people and just talking things through, like why we have these weekly meetings. We literally a lot of times just sit and talk about whatever is not working right in our businesses at that moment. So get there. Payday is in 2 days. Use that Sensi money to reinvest in your business. And I can't wait to see you all. And Dawn, thanks again for showing up tonight. I really appreciate you. No
problem. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you so much. Love you.
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm giving you like 4 minutes back tonight because I'm tired and this baby wants to go to bed. So I will post a recording for you guys to refer back to tomorrow, and for everybody else who didn't show up to see because they missed out on a good one. And I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye, guys.
Bye.
bye. Night.